Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea and I have another video for you guys. Today is a big day. We have a FOMC meeting. We're going to have to see what Jerome Powell has to say, what he's going to do to the markets. Very, very curious to see what happens here in the next few hours. But before that, let's take a quick look at the overall market and where I think we're headed here. So right now we're at 7,950 subscribers. When we reach 10,000 subscribers, we're giving away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, guys. So subscribe right now. Let's take a dive into this. So the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell is having a meeting today at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, and they're not having the meeting. They're coming out with their statement, and then at 2:30, Chairman Jerome Powell is going to be taking questions, and that's going to be where you're really going to want to be paying attention to, because when we are looking at some of these meetings, the real key factors are paying attention to what he says after he's announced, okay, we're going to have a zero point 0.5 basis rate point hike, or we're going to cut the rate, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. After that, how he finagles through these hard hitting questions is where you really get some true value. You can kind of get a deep dive and a look inside the Federal Reserve's mind on where they're going to be taking things and how they feel about things and how much pressure they feel. If they have a lot of pressure, then that might indicate that they are losing a grip on it. So it's very important that we pay attention to what's said in the questioning aspect after they come out and say however many points they're going to raise the rates or cut the rates and so on and so forth. But I will say that I do think that I wouldn't be surprised if we do nothing, if the Federal Reserve does nothing, or if we get a 0.25 basis rate point hike. But if we do get a 0.25, then we're just going to have to pay close attention to what he says in the following 30-minute interview. But if it's a zero, I think nothing happens. If it's a 0.25, we got to pay close attention to what he has to say after, if he has a hawkish tone, a dovish tone. And then if it's a 0.5, well, if it's a 0.5, I think that the market's just going to dump, unfortunately. So we're going to have to see what he has to say. I'm leaning much more towards a 0.25 or a 0% rate hike. But let's look over the crypto market. So right now, Bitcoin is moving up in price right now. Bitcoin is up 2.49% on the day. Bitcoin dominance getting almost a 0.5% away from 47%, which is pretty incredible, guys. I mean, all in all, the market is saying that they think that we're going to keep printing money. I mean, that's what the market is saying right now based on cryptocurrency. I mean, guys, the Federal Reserve printed $300 billion. $300 billion. It erased the past 6 months of this pain that we've been feeling in the market and in the world. It's really incredible. But they had to do it to bail out these banks. It's a very, very crazy. The Federal Reserve is in a super tricky spot, guys. But right now, I actually did open up a long position on Solana using Femex. If you'd like to do that, go in the description box below, sign up to Femex or BitGet, get up to $8,000 sign-up bonus. Femex is a $4,500 sign-up bonus. All you got to do is click it, sign up, deposit, open a couple trades, and you can get a bunch of free money. Not financial advice, just telling you guys what I'm doing right now. I'm probably going to close that out leading into the FOMC meeting, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it plays out. I've got my levels. But yeah, guys, right now the market is looking nice. I mean, Bitcoin in the crypto market is basically when you see this saying that they think that the Fed's going to be printing more money, that the money printers are going to keep going. So we'll see if they're right or wrong in the next few hours. But I want to talk a little bit about CRO Coin as well, because it has been lagging behind, that's for sure. CRO Coin does tend to do that. However, there is eventually going to be an explosive move, just like in the previous bull market. That's how it usually works. I mean, we didn't have our big move to the upside on CRO Coin until about halfway through the bull market, guys. And now, I will say, it doesn't mean that we're going to make new all-time highs at $2, $3 CRO Coin. It doesn't mean that we're going to necessarily make that leading into the Bitcoin halving. But I do believe conservatively that we'll be making new all-time highs towards the peak of the bull run, maybe in 2024 after the Bitcoin halving, a little bit after 2024. But guys, don't worry. Don't stress out. Don't panic sell. Don't be looking at the other markets and seeing how things are going up and being like, well, why isn't CRO Coin going up? Maybe I should sell and put my money into that. Chasing is bad when it comes to trading, guys. Just, if you have conviction for something, then have conviction for it. If you sell out before it makes its move, then I guess you really didn't have conviction. But everybody's strategy is different, and do what works best for you. But I just want you to think about psychologically when you're trading that you know usually if you have a conviction for something, you'll be patient because you know it's going to perform well in the long term. We're not looking for quick gains. If you want quick gains, then you should be leverage trading or probably trading some smaller cap altcoins in the underneath the $10 million market cap, which is extremely risky. I would rather leverage trade than trade in the smaller coins. But everybody's strategy is different, but just don't panic sell, guys. Don't panic sell. I still have my big bag of CRO Coin. I'm dollar cost averaging in with my interest. And yeah, guys, let's take a look at the S&P 500 because right now we are bouncing off of this once heavy resistance, now support. Really like to see the support on the weekly for the S&P 500 because, guys, we need to see this bounce. If the Federal Reserve comes out today and says that they are going to be printing more money or not increasing rates, I think you're going to see a bounce here. But at the same time, if they come out and say they're not increasing rates, I mean, it might inflation, guys, and inflation is going to continue to go up, and they just printed 300 billion. So, like I've been saying, the Federal Reserve is an extremely in between a rock and a hard place. I mean, it's really really tricky. But all in all, if we get a bounce here, then the S&P 500 needs to catch up to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and otherwise, I think that crypto will probably come back down a little bit and couple back up with the S&P 500, but it's pretty incredible to see a true decoupling event, seeing Bitcoin performing well in a situation where Bitcoin was originally created for back in 2008 when we had the financial crisis. That's why Bitcoin was created by Satoshi Nakamoto. So very, very cool to see that it's actually performing well in a very, very similar situation that we find ourselves in right now because of these centralized entities that don't know how to handle everybody's money and don't know how to handle risk. It's very, very interesting. Let's take a look at Bitcoin here. Having this weekly candle close above 25,300 is absolutely massive, guys. In the next 4 days and 9 hours, if we have another weekly candle close above this $25,300 mark, it's going to be extremely bullish, and it's going to be bullish continuation. I think that there's a chance here that we short squeeze above to 31,000, especially depending on what the Federal Reserve says in the next coming hours, because a lot of people are shorting this right now. A lot of people are shorting this. Really, really curious to see where this goes. I would not be surprised if we get a little short squeeze, but we do need to come down at some point. It's not time. It's not time to make all-time highs, guys. It's not time for that. We have time to accumulate, and I would recommend, not financial advice, that you pay attention to where we're at in association to the next Bitcoin halving and the past 4-year cycles. I don't necessarily think that we should be making new all-time highs anytime soon this year. I do think that this should be happening next year into 2024. So keep that in mind, guys, when people are talking about 60K Bitcoin in the next month and $1 million Bitcoin in 90 days. Maybe if the entire banking system collapses, that could happen, but we don't want to see that, guys. You know, it might be nice to see a big number on your screen, but realize that if the entire banking system collapses, you're going to have many, many, many more bigger issues than your Bitcoin price. So keep that in mind. Guys, if you stuck around this far and you like this type of content, please like this video. Subscribe right now. Please also consider becoming a member on the channel in the description box below. Click become a member or go to our homepage and click join right here. And all you got to do is click here and you get awesome custom loyalty badges as well as these custom emojis. These custom loyalty badges you'll be able to have in your next to your name during the comments section of our videos during our live streams every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And on top of that, you get access to our private Discord where we have NFT alpha, NFT whitelist spot giveaways, as well as trading signals and a more of a one-on-one community with Crypto Kip and I. And you get 10 additional entries each month. You are a member to winning this Loaded Lion NFT, which we're giving away at 25,000 subscribers. Guys, that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.